What is up, everyone? Welcome to the CowCast. Welcome to episode 6 of the CowCast. This is the 6th week we've been doing it. I'm joined with Nick to my right, Frankie down below me, and Lewis to diagonal below me. No cameras for them because they're losers. But no, I'm just kidding.
What? Yeah,
what?
I thought so much.
What? All right, so we got lot of discussion here to go tonight. We got a lot of E3 stuff, a lot of gaming stuff. We're going to talk about the Terminator first and get that out of the way. And then we will, because that's coming out in like 2 weeks, so we'll get a bunch of E3 stuff in after that in the Steam sale. So stay tuned. Hope you enjoy it. Spread the word, and we'll see you guys. Well, I'm going to move to topic 2.
Yeah, we'll see you now.
We'll see you now. Okay, so the first topic here is Terminator Genesis. I'm going to drop the IMDb page in the chat. That way, everyone can watch the trailer and do all that funky stuff. But, Lewis, you seem to be very hyped about this game. I say you go first and tell us why.
Movie game. What?
Oh, I mean, sorry, movie. Holy crap.
That's what threw me off. I'm like, what? That's later. Yeah, that's later. That's
later.
It'll flop. I am very excited for this movie. I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger faces himself, his younger self.
Ooh.
Oh, yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. He faces his younger robot self. And I think that's going to just be awesome. Explosions and all.
Arnold versus Arnold?
Arnold versus Arnold. You can't get better than that. I don't. At least I think.
I just like to point out too, just as we're talking about Terminator and Arnold Schwarzenegger. This is the second week in a row we've talked about Arnold Schwarzenegger. We must have an obsession.
Oh yeah, we talked about him last week. Because what is it? Lewis is bringing
Lewis's Fallout Shelter,
we like,
which we'll talk about later in the show too.
We like his pulsing muscles. It got weird just now.
Right.
It's okay.
Frankie,
I mean, honestly, that's why you should watch this podcast, because I had no idea they were making another Terminator video.
Really?
No, I had no idea.
No idea.
Oh, now you do?
It's coming out July 1st.
I thought I was into movies, but then it was like, oh, Arnold Schwarzenegger, he's been filming a new Terminator. You're gonna love it, Frankie. It's like, damn.
Damn.
When the fuck did this happen? All right, I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm most likely gonna watch it. Was it the third movie that wasn't really as well thought or well liked?
Right. The second one is the second one's the most liked, obviously, and it's like,
okay.
And I think it's got the most awards and stuff like that.
How many Terminator films are there?
Well, there's the first one, the second one, which you could basically skip the first one to watch the second one, and then the third one is just like finishing the story a little bit. And then there's a fourth one.
The fourth one is the most recent one.
The most recent one.
Yeah. Okay.
That day.
Is it the Judgment Day or
yeah,
something
like Judgment Day? And it's like it's
okay.
about.
I have not seen that one.
Oh,
That's okay.
I don't want to spoil it then, but it's like it was pretty. I thought. I mean, it was a good action film. I mean, it like had the nostalgia of the Terminator movies, and then they also did for a couple seasons like a Terminator TV show, which was actually pretty good. But then they obviously ran out of budget and they couldn't continue it, so they canceled it after like 3 seasons, I want to say. And there's like huge ass cliffhanger, and I was so pissed.
So upset. He was crying the whole time. I couldn't stop him from crying.
It was.
I felt so bad.
Well, of course there was no Arnold in that or anything, but.
Oh, of course.
And there was no Arnold in the last one, right? The fourth movie.
Well, that's where they went wrong.
That's where they went wrong, and they're bringing him back.
Yeah, no spoilers on that fourth movie. I won't say anything.
Yeah.
He may or may not be in it. Okay.
But
well, he's on the poster, but he may or may not be in it.
Well, let me just rephrase that.
He might be in it twice. He might be playing, the older Terminator and like the younger Terminator. I'm hearing some time travel shit going on. It's like, oh, yeah, I want that stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that if I can't remember him being in the movie, he probably wasn't in the movie very long.
No. It was like what was that movie?
Like The Expendables.
Yep, there you
where
go.
he like Arnold Schwarzenegger was in it for
one scene,
like literally like 30-second scene.
Yeah.
Yes.
He made like a Predator joke and then he left.
That was longer than him than Jet Li though in the last one.
Yeah, I haven't seen this.
No, I think I saw the first 2 Expendables, but
first.
All right, so
Terminator.
Terminator, though.
Topic. We have to be on topic this one. We got a lot of shit to cover.
Yeah. Okay. So Nick,
Guys
Terminator.
Terminator.
Yes.
It's gonna be
No.
maybe all right.
We're gonna make a verdict here. We're gonna speed through Terminator because we got a lot of things to cover. We got
Okay.
like 30 games to cover. So,
Yeah.
what's your
Color?
verdict? Will it be good?
My verdict? My verdict is I'm probably gonna suck and I won't see it because people will say it sucks. There you go.
Lewis, what do you think?
I don't know.
I even though if people say it sucks, I'm still gonna watch it because everyone has their own opinion, and you know that. Yeah, I'm still gonna watch it. It's gonna be badass, I think.
People's
All right.
opinions are right though.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Frankie?
Except for
I think
Red
it will be
Dead.
badass. I think it will be a recall to some concepts in the later Terminator movies. I will watch it, and I think it will be above average, but not brilliant.
I like his answer.
I agree with Frankie. It's gonna be like it's gonna be a good action film, and it's gonna be a lot of shooting and blowing stuff up, but it won't necessarily be a great film. Okay.
Terminator. Okay, cool.
Terminator.
Next up.
On to Bethesda and all their random announcements and Fallout 4 talk. Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. Though.
All right.
All that stuff fell in line, and I called all of it.
Oh, what did you call Nick?
What'd you call
I called that the game was going to be out this year. And that they were going to reveal more at E3, which they did. That's as much as I do. As much as everyone else do.
Well, Frankie said.
What you call it all?
Well, Frankie
Called it
said
all.
he called some stuff about the Fallout 4 gameplay that they would show at E3.
I called a lot of stuff. One of the things I called that I was like so excited about was that I wanted the pre-war setting that was kind of hinted in the trailer to become the tutorial, like when you create your character and all that.
You did
And
say
then
that. You did say that last
Yeah.
week.
Dude, bro.
I put it in the video. I called about the main protagonist that you will, meet the dog meat version. He's just called Dog this time around. Very early, you'll apparently see the red garage or red rocket very early. Obviously, everybody already knew it was in Boston, but we already know what was kind of going into the Fallout. What is more important for me was the shit we got to see, because the entire thing that was shown on the Bethesda conference was like, okay, you know what Fallout is all about by this point, so we're gonna show you some stuff we're actually working on. And then they show you this like fucking tower defense shit
Yeah.
going on, like you will be attacked by raiders. I'm like, holy fucking where do I sign up for this shit? Oh, you'll get to build your home base like you did in Skyrim. It's like, yeah, but the Skyrim shit was, it was kind of lame. Yeah, but you can customize it to the fucking doormat. It's like, oh my god, and I get to defend this shit. Fallout 4, give it to me now, I want it. So I actually have a set date. On the 9th of November, I have the Frankie fakes his death.
Okay.
And then I'll just, wipe off the earth. And then I'll be in the summer house just playing Fallout 4 for like a week.
Damn
That
right.
first day, though, it's I'm going to be there all day playing that whole day, and I will not be able to stop.
Okay, so my opinion on the whole Fallout 4 thing is, I'm not necessarily I liked Fallout 3. I played a little bit of New Vegas, but I'm not like the biggest Fallout fan.
Get the fuck out.
But
What?
but seeing like the gameplay trailer and that crafting system and that whole like build your own house thing and like defend it and like
Yeah.
settlement and stuff, like makes me want to buy the game.
They did a fucking lot. Like, they did a lot of stuff that you saw in, like, Fallout New Vegas mods, because I
Yeah.
just modded the shit out of it recently. They did a lot of stuff from that. They put in, like, a lot of the systems they had from Skyrim. It's insane how much shit they
Right.
put in.
So like I think like with all these like addition stuff and like the cool aspect of it and I think it has a significantly better dialogue from what we saw already.
Yeah.
And
Voice character.
better voice character. Yeah, an actual voice protagonist. So I think it's going to be pretty epic, and I'm actually thinking about getting it on release.
Yeah,
Which
me too.
I actually
Pretty
poked on that, the whole voice thing, and I said, in my video I said, I don't necessarily think I want a character that is voiced. However, what we really got to see this time around, they used the Xbox UI, I think, in the trailers. There were 4 options to basically all the dialogue that was shown, in early of the game, and we all know they put in, the best foot forward early into the game. But I was worried there would be like the Mass Effect wheel. Positive answer, you're a good guy. Negative answer, you're a bad guy, and you're gonna punch him in the face. Or more questions. I was very worried it was gonna become that.
It looks
But
very
they're obviously
to like the wheel, like how much text you can actually put on the wheel. It looks really limited, the responses.
Yes. I think I'm gonna miss the original way Fallout
Half-Life 2.
did the entire Half-Life 2 confirmed. Like how it did the entire thing, but like who is the voice actor? Is there any out? To me, it instantly sounds like Troy Baker because he does all the shit.
Everyone's Troy Baker.
Everyone is Troy Baker, no, but that's the fun thing. Like after he did BioShock Infinite, a lot of people got into voice acting and like got into the games because they tried to imitate the Troy Baker-esque version. Like they tried to do the Troy Baker. Mm-hmm. Like I am white, average, 37-year-old male. It's like I am Troy Baker. I got a job. They're like, oh, we want you. You're consistent. But I'm now changing my opinion on it. I think it'll be nice to have a voice in that way. Because it's a voice I can relate to, that kind of thing. Like, I don't know about you guys. Like, maybe that's a good question. Like, when you play a game where you get to choose your gender, I personally always play as a guy. What do you guys do?
Guy. Never.
Yeah,
I've never
both,
played,
man.
I've
Gotta
never
do
played
both.
as a female.
Gotta
You never
do both.
play.
You're sexist. It's confirmed.
No, you model it.
confirmed.
I do it if there are achievements. For no other reason.
So I mean, it's like
I play both.
I play it to relate to it.
There's not much difference either way, though. But, like, if you were to change like sexes in games now, at least in like Fallout, there's not much of a difference.
Mm-hmm. No. In Fallout, there was a difference. There were, Fallout is a very, sexist environment. Because if you're a girl there, like people go like, oh hey, sweetie cakes, what's going on, sugar? Like, and then you can go like, oh well, I'm just tassing my tootles, and it's like I don't know what the fuck this means. I can't relate to this. This is woman talks.
Yeah, no, I think it'll be good though. I like the whole like commanding the dog thing, too.
Well, they already kind of did that in the it was, but it wasn't as good.
Yeah,
it was
they have
like,
animation.
go over there and do this, and it was like okay, and then it goes there and bends over and comes back, kind of thing. And now it's like literally like in the jaws coming back at you. I mean, that's so cool.
That looked good, yeah.
Yeah.
And like, you remember how like everyone was bitching like, oh my god, the graphics look like shit. Was this made in 2008? And everyone's freaking out. Like, I don't care what people say about graphics. I was watching that trailer, that gameplay trailer, and there was just so shit all over the place. I was like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about the graphics. There's so
you're like
it's
what we said last week with the producers going like to all the responses of like the graphics look like shit, and they're just going, I don't know what game they're looking at. The game looks amazing. And Nick is in that camp right now. Like, fuck those guys.
Dude, like, even if the graphics aren't, like, the most top-notch for, like, right now, they fit so much stuff on the screen, and there's so much tiny detail with, like, all the little, like, notes on, like, a post or something like that, and, like, all the foliage. It's, like, it doesn't look bad at all.
All the textures are as good as they need to be.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That game is so massive, too. I understand why they would have to scale back some visuals. I mean, yeah, it's freaking...
Well, we don't know the size yet, but the size isn't, to me, what's important. It's like, one thing I was worried about, like with The Witcher, was that, oh, it's a huge world, but then again, most of it was covered in fucking water. But it's a huge world, and that doesn't do anything for me if it's just forest, 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 nothing, forest. It's like there's nothing there. It has to be packed with content. And The Witcher kind of did that with having like this almost random ass events all like everywhere. So it's more important for me if they're going to make that massive game that every nook, cranny, and corner is packed with some sort of content.
This game looks like it's going to be. I mean, Bethesda does a good job on stuff like that, so.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking pumped.
All right, what else came out in the Bethesda conference that you guys want to talk about?
Fucking collector's edition, motherfucking Pip-Boy. Put on your fucking wrist. You can get an app, and you can like scroll through your inventory on it if you put your phone on it and shit. I'm like, dude.
Like,
is there a price for it yet?
Game?
No, I doubt it. It's probably gonna be like $20 more or something. $10, $20 more.
Oh, you think it's only gonna be $20? Remember, this is
No.
Bethesda. They're known.
app is
Think about the Skyrim things.
Camera.
They are known for having like a huge price tag on those kind of stuffs.
I don't think you're looking at
Not the
$20.
collectors.
No, collector's editions. Well, you're looking at like 130.
Yeah,
Compared to
you're looking
60,
at
compared to
I
60.
want to check up the other ones. I want to check up the Fallout.
Like no, go, like
Because
you
I
look
don't
at
think
like
it's
the
that
Halo
much.
ones and like the like Halo and Skyrim and like Far Cry and stuff. They're probably upwards of 130. Not $20 more. So
I don't want to do it, but that's the thing.
But like the Skyrim Collector's Edition, like this might be your regional equivalency and all that good stuff. Like you have the US comfortably living, having everything ready, but we who live far across the ocean, someplace in a cold place. The Skyrim Collector's Edition, which had like the Alduin dragon and the wall and all that stuff, that was like $200.
right now, I'm
Yeah,
looking
now.
at it
Like
for
that
Well,
was
now it is.
now it's way down below. But when
Yeah,
it came out, it was
listen.
like $200. Bam, that's what you're gonna pay.
Maybe
It was
for
like,
over
holy
there.
shit.
I know, definitely.
Like I'm guessing it's
Right
some
now-
cheaper. Like
right now on Amazon. There's
Damn
two
it.
left in stock for the collector's editions of Elder Scrolls Skyrim for Xbox 360 for $199.99 plus
Yeah,
$30
but you-
shipping.
also, I have to keep in the idea that they don't make the collector's edition anymore.
yeah,
Oh,
they,
okay.
they don't mass produce
Those are
them.
just
So
there.
yeah, there was
That's
a
why
peak.
there's so much.
There was a low point where they were really cheap compared to what they used to be. But my point was that Bethesda is really known to make these hyper collector's edition that are
Yeah.
really fucking expensive. That was
That's
the point. Like they overprice it so much.
They
So
did
I think
a
the big
couple.
boy is gonna pump your wallet, man.
Yeah.
I think it's
I,
still
it's,
cool to
and I
get.
can't see it being 200, but yeah,
Maybe not
it's going to be a little bit more.
Yeah, not 20. Yeah, definitely like Nate said, like 130. I'm gonna go 149.
I was trying to find the original price.
Yeah.
Fuck it is.
Tim says it's 120 in the chat, but I'm
Yeah,
not
we'll-
sure about that.
I'm
We'll,
still
we'll figure it out when it's
editions.
actually like
We got insider info.
insider
It's
info.
not. I didn't see it on Steam yet. I could check real quick.
What other Bethesda stuff?
But with the
did we
Bethesda,
talk
I
about?
mean, Doom. Did any of you play Doom when you were little? Motherfucking
Yes.
Doom's come back, man. Whoa!
Once I was like, "Oh my god, this is graphic." It's gonna be shoot
Yes.
These graphics, man.
I never
Das.
played Doom, so go
Yes.
for it. People who
Das.
have.
The one from on DOS, or
It's
talking about console
one from-
version. DOS, yeah, it ran on DOS.
Yeah, we're called dots here, I guess. So
There was there was no Windows. There was no Windows.
No, it was like you had two operative systems. It was like you have the Windows and you have Doom 1. That was like your operative system. This is a computer.
yeah.
It's two things, but not at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah, I had one of those, and it was amazing. Oh. Well, I guess the old guys are gonna sit down and tell you young kids how things used to be. So back when Windows was not, the mainstream media that everyone had in their house, the most commonly downloaded operative system of the time was Doom from id Software, and I kid you not.
Okay.
It was huge. The only thing you had on your computer, it was literally like buying a mobile phone, a new iPhone so you can go on Facebook. It was like, I'll buy a new computer, and they were expensive as shit at that time, so I can play Doom, because I've heard some shit at work, and I want to try
Yeah.
this out. Like, Doom was the biggest thing ever. And then came Doom 2, and it was like, oh shit, everything is better, oh my god. And I tried Doom 3 and was like, nah, it's gray, it's green, it's blue, whatever. Next game.
Yeah, that was great.
For me, at least, it was a disappointment. Like, some people might want to crucify me about that, but I did not like it.
Did you ever see
Yeah.
the Doom movies? Like, I think there was one with,
I
like,
did.
Vin Diesel in it.
I did.
Yeah.
Those movies.
Shit. I'm sorry.
I mean, they were, yeah, but they had so many cute moments in it. It was like, kind of like, at the end, it was like, I forgive you. The time I gave, I will never get back, and I'm glad I gave them to you. You may have those, but I won't watch you again.
I won't. You can have it.
The one with the rock. The one with the rock in it.
Yeah, it was Rock.
Yeah.
Vin Diesel.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I thought it was pretty decent. I
I remember watching it as a kid, and I was just like, it's like shit.
felt very B movie to me.
Yeah, I did. It did.
That's just my opinion on it.
Yeah.
And then the movie was never spoken of again.
No, we tried. No, but it wasn't even like we tried to forget. It was like, yeah, that was a thing. but we don't have to like push it into the spotlight again, kind of stuff.
Kind of like Street Fighter Chun-Li's story.
Whoever speaks.
Yeah. I don't know about that though.
Oh god.
Video game movies, folks.
Yeah.
No, but
Yes,
what's
that one
Doom made in
fucking
the new Unreal Engine? Does anybody know about that?
I didn't get to
I
watch the
don't-
trailer, so
I don't think they said anything about it, like the trailer. Or,
No, like I remember when the Unreal 4 engine came out, it was like the hints in the office is that Doom 4 is going to be released on this thing. And people were like, oh, Doom 4, how to make a Doom 4? And then everything was just, oh, no comment, no comment. And people were like, oh shit, what's going on here? But it feels weird that they didn't push that thing forward. I guess they were like, we're on a schedule, we can't really do that now. Because the game had really cool looking textures, I think. And the Unreal definitely stands for that. Like they had the good old, the flame effects were really cool. But something like me and my mates, when we tried to watch that, when we watched that trailer, we couldn't really figure out why they decided that when you hit an enemy, it goes red to indicate it has been hit. And then when it goes blue, it is either like close to death or stunned, meaning you can melee it. And there was some extensive use of melee ability in that little gameplay
it
footage.
was like every other fucking kill, you're bashing a guy's skull.
It was more than that, definitely. But man, it was cool as shit. But I don't think that's too practical.
That sounds like a seizure waiting to happen. Just saying.
I was kind of like waiting for them to run out of melee stuff. Like you can kind of see that they kept kind of doing like the same melee stuff over and over again. And every once in a while they'd bring out like a new one. Like, oh look, you curb stomp a motherfucker. It's like, oh.
Nick, did you also have the feeling like you were getting worried? Like, oh no, they're showing the same melee over and over again. And then when they showed the aerial takedown, it was like a little sigh of relief. Like, okay, there's more.
Okay, there's not only punch him in the face. Great.
And shove their face into. No, the best one was.
Oh shit!
He took the guy's foot and shoved it in his face. Like that was like, good job, good job.
good job.
He's like burps and explodes. And shit.
He
so
did it.
Great.
He did it for kicks.
Ha!
God damn it, Lewis.
CowCast, everyone. Bringing you the best jokes.
What else did happen in Bethesda that's important?
Fallout Shelter.
Oh, Fallout.
iOS.
Anyone has it yet?
No, because I have a fucking Android. Fuck
Me too, man.
Bethesda.
Yeah, get that Bethesda. You're all in like Apple's and what is it, Microsoft Pocket.
I told Sean.
Xbox 360 is my favorite console.
Yeah,
you told someone?
I told Sean to go get it. I'm like, Sean, go get this fucking game now and go play it because he has an iPhone. And he's like, no, I'll pass. I'm like, I'm going to kill you, dude. I'm going to kill you.
What is it called?
Fallout Shelter. It's free to play on iOS. It's apparently the top game on iOS now, whatever the rating was.
Yeah, I have a friend who actually he works for Apple, and he was one of the friends I saw the trailer with, and he said like, "What is this?" And you know, at the end they go like, "Oh, it's out now." He was like, "Oh." Yeah. Oh, why isn't everyone else playing this at the office? Because everyone at the office, they play Hearthstone, you know, on their tablets in the lunch breaks and everything.
Well, you want to know why they're not playing Hearthstone? Because they're playing the Elder Scrolls card game. That's why. Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah, that's the thing you're going for.
So many goddamn games, dude.
Yeah.
Damn.
No, but like step by step, Bethesda just tries to be Blizzard. They just try to be Blizzard. What was that game? What was it called? Battlefield Front?
The battle
something.
Battles. It looks like the game that they're making. Blizzard's making. It looks like Team Fortress.
Yeah, it looks like the Overwatch game, but it looks so much like.
It looks like Team Fortress.
It looks too much like.
It's same music and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so shameful because when Blizzard takes a concept, they're like, oh, we take the MOBA game, we take the first-person shooter game, we take the whatever game. They at least really try to make it their own. But that just felt like a straight-up cop-out. It was like, this is Team Fortress modded, basically.
Well, that's what everyone was kind of talking about, too, because they're all like, oh, yeah, we talk about Elder Scrolls Online because they want to talk about that. That's their big thing that flopped. They talk about Doom because everyone's hyped. They talk about Fallout because everyone's fucking pumped for that. And then you just have that game and no one is talking about it.
No.
Yeah, they shouldn't have even put that out.
No, I understand that they put it out, and I think it was smart that they did it so quickly. Because any longer, I think people will be like, come on, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
And I thought it was really cute with the thing like, oh, it's over.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Everyone's like, fuck no, get the fuck back up there. We want this game.
All right, so but
what was it? They showed Dishonored 2.
Oh yeah,
okay.
See, that's
Did
another game
play Dishonored?
they forgot about.
Dishonored?
no, I haven't played Dishonored either.
I haven't either.
Nick, did you play it?
Nope, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Okay, I played Dishonored. I really like Dishonored, so I'm the only guy who here played it. Dishonored is really cool. It is good, but they did not really achieve what they strived to go after in the story, and like how you could change all your decisions within the story. They did not really achieve that, I feel. However, maybe they'll be able to rectify it within a new release. I'm really excited for it. And you're actually, for the people that played it, they might have picked up on it. This time around, you're playing as the little girl that you saved in the first game. That is cool. Now, that's a really cool sequel. Even if you didn't play the game, it's like, yeah, that sounds nice.
That sounds pretty cool. Yeah, I haven't played the game, so.
However, the reaction on the stage when they were like, "Oh, by the way, we have this other announcement. We have Dishonored Definite Edition," and people go like,
Yeah, like you hear like no one say anything, and it's just like.
No, but it was really that. I was like, "Yeah, of course you do."
Yeah.
It was really. I'm not impressed. And
They said it right at the end. They're like, "We're just gonna get out of here before people start asking too many questions."
Yeah. Before they start throwing Rotten Tomatoes and shit.
Yeah, they're like, "Does it run in 60 FPS? Is it like actually optimized? Is it 1080p?" Like,
No, but the last, that is only for consoles, I think. It might be on PC as well, but I don't know why anyone would want it, because the last Dishonored looked cool as shit to begin with on PC, and on my machine it ran fantastically. So I don't know what the fuck people are getting panties on the bounds, so just don't buy it.
Yeah. PC Master Race.
Fucking Bethesda, man.
Bethesda.
I was so hyped.
But this is their first E3. That is more important than anything.
That was a really good E3 from that.
They really
900p Master Race.
All right.
I thought it was really big. Like getting the first E3 out there. Because the only thing they can go against is, well, what is it? It's the big giants. It's Sony and Microsoft and Ubisoft, EA. And all the other companies are like, we don't have catalog to do this. We cannot. And then Bethesda goes like, oh, no, we have things we can do. We do this E3. And I think they did really good. Because it could have been an absolute cringeworthy catastrophe. It wasn't.
Yeah.
Good job.
For first time, pretty good.
Todd Howard, man, what a
I love
damn
Todd.
fantastic. But he's the best.
Yeah.
He is the best. He's the best.
But I said to my friend, like, he's Bethesda Shigeru Miyamoto. You know, he just goes there and like, oh, hello, Super Mario, buy game Zelda, hello, goodbye.
So chill. So great. So great. What can I? Bethesda, folks. Okay, I'm pretty sure we beat that to death.
Anything else about Bethesda before we move on?
Not really. Just that shitty Elder Scrolls card game we talked about for like a second, but you're not missing much. So.
Well, just to point out, you were right that Fallout Shelter, the game, is now the number one free app on the App Store.
Mm-hmm.
It's higher than Facebook, higher than YouTube, higher than Instagram.
I mean, that is some good-ass fucking marketing.
Higher than Snapchat.
That is brilliant marketing.
Yeah, there's Spotify.
For a free game,
Twitter,
too, it looked pretty damn
Skype.
good.
Yeah.
I don't play that many mobile games.
I think it's one of those those tower building games, right?
It's
well,
like
it looked really cool. It really reminded me of XCOM, which was like the first thing he compared it to.
What was
you know,
that?
when you had
Like
your
it's like Mini Tower or something, right?
like this War of Mine. Have you played that? You guys seen anything on that?
I played the War of Mine. I loved it.
It's kind of like that almost.
I would not compare it to the War of Mine as much as I would XCOM.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, like the older XCOMs or
The newer XCOM, because the overlay look on the camera angle of all your like bunkers, so to say, is just a straight out rip-off of XCOM. I think they even use the same like energy systems and stuff. Like I tried to look for it and was like, yeah, there it is.
Well, I downloaded it, so I'll let you guys
There you
know
go.
how it is.
Yeah, you for next week you gotta play that shit.
stream it, man.
Definitely.
We don't have
Stream it.
iPhones, man. We Android peoples over here.
All right, we're moving on now.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, I
Bethesda.
kind of had one more thing to add on to that.
Go for it.
Okay, since NVIDIA Shield is out, you know, they have their own consoles. It's running on Android. Do you see Fallout 4 coming out for that console system? You don't know?
Well, it's gonna be playable via the Shield, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a normal desktop, folks.
Get a normal desktop.
Just be normal.
Just be normal.
Conform a little bit, please. Can't do it.
All right, we're moving to Battlefront now. Fuck Bethesda. Right. No, they're great.
Yes, our friend Doomslayer here, he's pumped for Battlefront.
Okay.
See that? Yeah, pumped.
Okay, so did everyone watch the trailer?
Yeah.
If you haven't watched the trailer now.
Okay, I'm putting up the hand. I have not watched the trailer.
Watch the trailer now.
I haven't been able to get to that point. So as you talk about it, can anyone link me in the chat?
Yeah, I will link you in
post
the Skype chat.
Put it there.
And then I'm putting it.
Just talk about it and I'll watch it.
There,
yep.
put
Okay,
it there.
and I put it in the stream chat too. Okay.
Great.
So I fanboyed over this so hard today. Like, I sat there. At work today. I worked in like a room that had a giant projector, so I streamed E3 all day, and like that was the one thing that I was waiting for, and I fanboyed the shit out of it. You can ask my friends and my coworkers. I fanboyed the shit out of it. So I'm not going to start other than me saying I fanboyed it. Lewis, you want to start, or Nick, you want to start?
This already looks like Medal of Jedi.
It does.
Medal of Jedi.
Battle Force 2 or Battle Force 3.
Oh, well, this looks like a reskin Hardline, but they added a couple things that did interest me. The aircraft combat system looks pretty awesome. I did kind of get a little disappointed when they used some of the voice sound packs from Battlefield Hardline. Just saying, I heard a couple call-outs that were in there that sounded like Battlefield Hardline. The one thing that got me, though, was the fact that you can shoot out a grappling hook out of the aircraft. I unfortunately forgot the name of the aircraft.
The Snowspeeder.
Snowspeeder, and take down the AT-AT when you go around it. Wrap the grappling hook around the AT-AT. That was so awesome. That was so badass. And I did see Darth Vader in there, and I saw Luke. They were using powers. I'm not sure if that's like I'm not sure if that's going to be for everyone or but it looked awesome overall. They gave me a little more confidence in the game. There's a few things I might want to see more improved, so it doesn't look like Battlefield. But so far it's looking good.
Okay, before I give you my spiel, my boy Grant's in the chat asking why Battlefront isn't for Wii U. Oh, Grant, get out of here!
Because Nintendo, they won't allow such violence.
That's so
insane.
true.
Even though they like own it. No, well, no, they don't own it.
All right,
Disney's basically Nintendo.
All right, so I'm gonna go now that I'm a little bit fanboyed out, but and
go,
let's give you an
go.
overview. I think Battlefront is going to be pretty epic. I know he's like, everyone's saying that, or Lewis said it, Tim said it's like a reskin of Battlefield 4 or Battlefield Hardline. But like, in the end, it's like, you can't say that, but it's on the same engine. It's going to look similar. I don't think you can, I mean, sure, it's like, obviously, Battlefield 4 is like the major other game that runs on Frostbite, and it's the game that like DICE makes, and they're known for. But I really don't think it's going to. I don't think you can. I don't know if you can. I mean, you can compare Battlefield 4, but I don't think you can argue and make it like a fault of Battlefront that it's a reskin of Battlefield 4. It's on the same engine. It's going to look very similar, but it's obviously it has this whole Star Wars aspect that looks completely different.
Well, I don't know. That's kind of like
I will smack myself if there's battle packs.
If there's not battle packs, I'm gonna be fucking amazed. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be amazed.
Yeah, but other than that, like I don't know, I thought the gameplay was pretty fun looking. I mean, sure, it's like the whole scripted gameplay trailer, but I like it looked like
it was in game.
It was obviously it was in game. I mean, sure, it's not gonna. That's probably like high. That was on PS4 too, so it'll probably be what I'm running it on medium at PC or medium to high. It won't be ultra. So we'll see. And then it's like, yeah, I don't know. I think it's cool. I think they switched to third person and first person, which I thought was kind of cool. I definitely think it's going to be basic. I'm going to be playing in first person, even though Battlefront is meant to be played in third person. One thing I am hoping is that at some point they implement a game mode or like a servers where you have to play one or the other, and then servers where you could switch between them during the game.
Because I think different factions, you're saying?
No, like different
third or first person.
Like, you know how in Call of Duty they tried that, like a bunch of Call of Duties ago they tried like having like a third person mode.
Yeah.
Like do like that. So like if you join this, or like do it like how they do it in DayZ, Nick, where they have like one server where you can play just first person, or one server where you just play third person, or one server where you can switch in between them. I think
I'm sure they'll have those.
Because I think that would be cool to have, because then it'll like you could play both games. If you want to play more of a Battlefield style, you play like that, or you want to play more of like a classic Battlefront style, you play with the third person one, and if you want to get the entire experience, you switch between them. And you use third person the way you use in DayZ to get around corners and do that kind of stuff, or use the shotgun like they showed in the trailer. But I think if like I think it looked pretty badass. It looked like the heroes were all in third person, at least what they showed you. So I think that's still good. And I don't know. I think some of the features in the vehicles look good. One thing I like, it looked like the whole like piloting system was more of like what Star Wars Battlefront looked like the piloting of this seemed very similar, where it was like you could turn on a dime kind of thing, and like it was kind of like the slower paced like flying, compared to like where you have a little bit faster jet, and like it's harder to control like an actual jet or a helicopter in Battlefield. So I think that's one big thing, is because I have trouble flying the jets and the helicopters in Battlefield.
And then he gives other people shit for doing bad flying.
After like 7 or 8 years of playing the game with helicopters in them, and I would like an easy flying system, which it looked like it gave. So it looks kind of fun.
Battlefield's Bad Company 2 is a rather easy flying system, I'll have you know.
I can fly, I can't combat fly. I can fly the helicopter, but I can't officially combat fight it, which makes it like pointless for me to be the pilot.
Well, I was good at the aircrafts in Battlefield 3 and 4. But then now I'm just rusty as hell because I haven't played in a long time. But I'm going to probably be up in the air most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I should be on the ground too, but I suck at that. Nate knows.
Yeah,
Nate knows.
You gotta live through that if you're on the Rebels. They all have Stormtrooper in. They can't hit shit. I've seen the movies. I've seen the movies. They kill like the first 5 guys, and then it's like 1,000 rounds
Nick,
later.
have you seen the fan theories about why they miss? Because sometimes the Stormtroopers, they don't miss for shit.
Well, tell me more. Maybe.
I'll be honest, I don't know that much about the fucking Star Wars franchise.
Okay, well, tell me more.
I have
later.
read those theories, but I wouldn't be able to recall them as good as someone else might be able to do. But now I've watched the trailer, and I'm gonna lay it out straight out there. I am a heretic. I have not played any Star Wars game ever. All right? So from that perspective.
Okay.
From that perspective, I was expecting a rebuttal there. I'm kind of happy it didn't happen. Star Wars Battlefront, it says multiplayer gameplay.
Right.
The trailer I was sent. I mean,
they're all devs running in a script.
yeah.
That's
of course.
That's what it is. It's a scripted thing. He's not meant to die.
Sure.
It's like
No, it's definitely a scripted thing.
Right.
But I mean, it says multiplayer. I'm not judging it from that point. But when I first saw it, I expected it to be a single-player campaign. So my first question is,
oh no, it's meant to be a multiplayer.
what's the single player? It's only a multiplayer game then. Okay, I did not know that. Okay, that's cool.
Okay, first Battlefront 2, which is like the Battlefront 2, which is probably like the most referenceable game of the two of them. Like everyone played Battlefront 2, and like not everyone's played like the first Battlefront like back on like the original consoles, But like I played a little bit of it, but not enough. I like concentrated on Battlefront 2, and you'll notice that in Battlefront 2, like you can fight your entire way through like the 6 movies, like as like the clone troopers, and like there's like a whole campaign that you could do single player or co-op. So there's like it's probably like I want to say like a 10-hour campaign, but it was like the campaign where when I say campaign, it was almost like it was like a multiplayer game. I don't know if you ever play like Battlefield 1942 by chance. Anyone?
Haven't played any of the battle.
Okay, so
none of the Star Wars games. I'm sorry.
Well,
it's like Conquest.
It's like a
single player.
Yeah, it's like a Conquest single player.
That's all it is.
So it's like a flag capture the thing, or like you have to go capture or go control like this courtyard, and then you move to the next, like go capture this shield generator, blow this up. It was kind of a lot of like that kind of mission, which I thought was fun, but obviously I think it's a little bit out of date at this point for like a campaign. But so what this is now is there's a max of 40, like the largest game mode has 40 players in it, so 20v20, and a lot of Star Wars Battlefront before this was a lot of it was you almost played it single player, because at the point when it was released there was no like Xbox Live, like, or like the online gaming. There wasn't a ton of it yet, so there was very limited like online games. So it was, when the old game is like it's a lot of single player or playing it with like a split screen. So because it was so old and there was not online, so the whole online thing is new, but I think it's going to work. And a lot of the single player like game that you would play that wasn't the campaign, where that was just like random battles, would be these giant like AI fights where like me and my brother would just get on opposite teams or be on the same team, and we would like play a conquest game almost. So it'd be like playing multiplayer but with AIs, like a bot multiplayer. So that's what Battlefront, I think, Battlefront is meant to be, like a multiplayer game. But when it was released in the past, it just didn't have the ability to be an online multiplayer game, because that wasn't a thing yet.
Yeah, well, I mean, for like now, they don't really need the same single player that they had back then in Battlefront 2, because it's not really as relevant anymore. I mean, sure, people can still play it. If you don't have like a connection, you can play it, but let's be honest, pretty much everyone is hooked up to some medium, like an Xbox, like Xbox Live and crap like that. So,
statistically, America, you're not doing too good on that.
Oh boy. Here
statistically,
the rebuttal.
That's the rebuttal.
I don't know.
You need to get locked up, man. You need to get an internet cable going out. I'm hearing all this kind of thing. What's going on over there?
I don't know.
It's slow as shit.
It's slow as shit. People can still play. They just won't get very good.
You need to come over here, join the Scandinavian Master Race. You get 110, maybe $20. Sound good? Come over here, join Communist Russia, all that good stuff. Yes.
Russia's going
to get 110.
It's very good. No, over there you use what we call a line. You use tin can, and you ding ding ding. That's how we get binary code.
Yeah.
It's all part of it. But the Star Wars Battlefront, from what I saw from like this trailer, because here's the thing, for me, long story short, I've never really been interested in Star Wars. I've seen all of it, apart from the third movie that I just fall asleep. I'm sorry, I cannot complete it. Maybe that is heresy. I don't know. It's okay. That's good.
No, it's heresy, but I'll let you.
Okay. I can't. It's just a terrible movie in and of itself.
Right.
It's a setting I'm not that interested in. However, watching this gameplay, I'm very surprised this was multiplayer gameplay, because it looks so much single-oriented, because obviously it's directed and scripted in the way that, like, no, you cannot shoot that guy with the big, like, marker on his head that says, no, do not shoot.
Yeah, I always wondered about that, yeah. They must have, like, a giant marker over that guy's head.
They know. They re-pract these things. It's quite funny. You can see some behind the scenes for, like, Payday and Battlefield and all that stuff. It's really interesting to see, actually. But watching this thing, I mean, it's really, if I really like that movie, if I really wanted to play out that movie, this is what I would have wanted. it really gets you that feeling of how you get out into the base and it's like you see the fucking hills going over there. It's like snow everywhere. You see all these troopers coming out, and this green dude is like, oh, all these aliens and shit. I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore. But it really gave me that feeling that I had when I kind of watched the movie, which was like, this is the Star Wars universe. And then, of course, when you have that cool-ass thing with, like, Darth Vader, can anyone explain that? Is that a boss battle system where it's, like, father versus son going on?
No,
It's like a hero system.
Yeah, it's a hero system. So think of it as
kill streaks.
Think of it as like a kill streak. I guess
that's what it is.
That's the best way to describe it. So like,
it's literally like press the right analog stick to become Darth Vader.
Someone in the game will be awarded after performing a certain amount of like kills or being like the best in that like time period will probably be will be awarded to be able to play as the thing. You could like accept it or reject it, and you get to play as the hero. So like there can't be like there's not 8 Luke Skywalkers on the map at once.
Yeah.
There's like one.
Okay, I think that is really cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, it is.
From this trailer, I think like this is one map. I take it from the
Right.
multiplayer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks really cool.
Damn
it looks
right,
like
Frankie.
a battlefield. It looks like a
chilly.
battlefield Star Wars, and this comes from a guy that genuinely is not interested with the Star Wars franchise. But it looks really cool. It really looks like Battlefield Star Wars.
Yeah.
I like it. I really like it.
I'm
Right.
curious though.
Looks quite cool.
Are they going to make the squad leaders other Jedis and other?
No, I would no, probably not. I wouldn't even say. I'd be surprised if there was squad leaders.
I'd be surprised if there's like multiple heroes like per team.
No, there's probably only the one hero. Like there,
One
like
per team.
what is it? In Battlefront 2, they had it so like there was one per team per map. So each map had like its like hero. So like in the movies, if you're battling on, if you're battling on Hoth, the two heroes that were there in the movie was Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader. Like those were the two heroes that made any appearance on Hoth, and like or the two most likely to get into like or the The
those
two
were,
that
like,
you
the
see,
only two.
the two that you saw, like actually saw fighting. Like, sure, Han Solo was there or Chewbacca was there, but they weren't in the battle. Like, they were kind of like in the base, trying to get away, and helping with the evacuation. But so, like, and then for instance, like, they don't have the newer movies in this movie, but in this game, but the old game had like Kashyyyk, which is like the Wookiee planet. They showed it like in the third movie. So in episode 3, and
It was Chewbacca and Jango.
Yeah, it was like
Boba
Chewbacca
Fett.
and Boba,
Which one?
Jango Fett,
Boba-
Jango Fett.
Doesn't he have fat?
Yeah,
Jango Fett.
Jango Fett, and like the
Oh, you mean
tattoo.
the little cannibals?
No, the bounty hunters.
No, I'm talking about the
Not the-
Wookiees, yeah?
The Wookiees, they're not little,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
They're the giant ones.
No,
like Chewbacca
no,
and shit.
Oh, what?
Chewbacca's.
What?
Do you know who Chewbacca is?
What race is Chewbacca? Yeah, I
He's
know
a
who he
Wookiee.
is, but like
He's a Wookiee.
he's a Wookiee.
Yes.
So like those are like are they midget versions or are they like not grown up?
Oh,
Those are
I know.
Ewoks. Those are
Yeah.
like the little bear things you're thinking of, kind of.
Oh, yeah, Ewoks. There
Those
we
are
go. There we
Ewoks.
go.
They
Those
need
are
to make
different.
those.
Those are on
They need to
end
make
doors.
those.
Okay.
like, and then I'm
Oh, I got
hoping
that.
I'm hoping that
I
they
should know
add-
this.
Like in Battlefront 2, they added they added modes where you could play. It was like hunt mode or whatever. So you could play as the different creatures. So you could play as the
DLC.
You could play as the Ewoks and like throw stones and like wooden spears at like stormtroopers and stuff.
I'm sorry,
Oh, that'd
but
be
if
so
that's not in the initial launch, I can honestly see it being DLC.
Yeah, but
Yep.
I really can. And I don't know how I feel about that.
I really do not know. I really think that if we were going to hear more about premium and a ton of DLC like they do with Battlefield, I think we would have already heard about it.
They want to get the hype train going so much that you won't give a fuck that you're paying an extra $50 at launch.
Yeah, man. That's what it's pulling.
At
I
this-
never know.
At this point, I'm buying it because I don't. Nick, what do you think? Because you haven't said anything.
I'm not going to get it on launch. I'm not.
Okay.
I've had enough of EA shit
Yeah,
to
yeah.
get their stuff on launch. Unless it's like really good, I'll get it like the next day or the day of. We'll see.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I can't.
I'm just gonna
They won't.
jump in here that this is a game I would most likely buy just to, you know, see like what's going on.
Learn the
But it's gonna be EA, which means it's gonna be on Origin. And I don't buy Origin games. And like Nate knows this for a fact. Like Dragon Age Origins is one of my favorite games, but the latest Dragon Age game is on Origin, and I still haven't played it because it's on fucking Origin.
It says it in the name.
It does. It really does.
That was the first game, though.
Yeah, but
the latest game is
there was their plan
Inquisition.
all along. They're like,
they were definitely going for this new thing. No, but I was gonna say about the Ewoks, the cannibals, because think about it. They have feasts. Yeah. Whoa. No. Stop. Okay. Just think about it. Like, keep an open mind here. I know you know a lot more about this world, but all I'm saying. Where is all this prey they're feasting on? Because I've seen the movies. They have a feast, and these people they don't know what the fuck is up or down. Like the first time they see a robot, they're basically like, "Oh, this is a motherfucking god." Like they're worshipping this thing. The first time, yeah. So this is obviously a very primitive people. They haven't been introduced to technology. So what exactly are they eating? Because it doesn't seem like there's much wildlife on this planet, and we have seen some people, you know, they're going up on like these scooter things or like motorcycle things going on.
Speeder bikes.
There we go. Okay, so speeder bikes, and they go through the entire forest, and there's like no wildlife, but they still have feasts. And when all is said and done, when the war is won, I mind you, there is a big feast. And my question is, where are the stormtroopers? They are gone, but suddenly there's a lot of fucking meat on the tables.
You know, a bunch of helmets that they're banging on that they stripped off these dead bodies that they're feeding on.
Yeah, we're eating like soup out of big bowls that looks like stormtrooper helmets. I don't know about you, but there seems to be a connection here. This is kind of weird.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I just googled this shit, and this could be complete bullshit. But I'm on the first link on the wiki, and it says their homeworld Endor is relatively unknown to the rest of the galaxy until the Battle of Endor, because the Ewoks ate everyone who discovered the planet.
Well,
that's literally the first fucking paragraph on the wiki.
Well, that's what I just discovered, isn't it?
Well, they were going to eat Wookiee, like Han and Luke. Remember that? Yeah, but that's how they got in there, and then CP3 had to convince them.
Then suddenly they're like dead bodies everywhere. They're in fucking Nirvana. It's like,
damn.
I'm learning some dark fucking lore everywhere.
Ewoks are cute, man.
Dude, they were ruled by the evil Darth Ewok. I shit you not.
Okay.
Darth motherfucking Ewok.
We're done.
Ewok had like the dark side going on.
He invented Ewok juice and wiped out an entire tribe because of his addiction to the supposedly delicious beverage.
Oh my god, we're done.
I'm gonna look at what the fuck Ewok juice is.
No, we're done. We're done. Steam sale. Steam sale.
I can't do it. It's ruining everything. It's ruining my childhood.
All I gotta say is Star Wars Battlefront looks awesome. I'm getting it.
Looks alright.
Steam sale.
This is
that turned
because you mentioned the Darth Ewok.
Yes. It turned
Please
dark
link that
quickly.
to people.
Let me take a look.
Okay.
Please link that to people on Twitch.
Yes.
All right, so we're moving on to the Steam sale now.
It's dark. Fuck me.
All right. So the Steam sale is going on right now. We all know it's a summer Steam sale, and there's a bunch of different deals. But I want to know your opinion on said deals, because right now I'm not impressed with many of the deals, because they're the same deals that I didn't buy last year because they were too expensive. So, like, literally some of the prices for the games are the same prices as last year, but it's a year later. What do you think?
I think it's bullshit, Nate.
Damn fucking right. Okay.
No, I think it's bullshit. I think you're calling up at the wrong tree here. A lot of the games that were not on sale last year are on sale this year. The newer games are not. Well, I think we can all see why it all makes sense that The Witcher 3 only has 10% and they're calling it a sale. Then again, like, we're still coming from the perspective where Steam sales are like, you don't see 95% on like Xbox Live. You simply don't.
Right.
Huge difference. However, I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. Go on.
Take your time.
I just think some of the sales should be a little bit bigger after a game is out for so many years.
I got 90% off Shadow Warrior today. That shit was like $5 or some shit. I can't complain. So
anyone check the sales on GOG?
No.
But,
by the way,
no, hold on. But you look at Gary's mod, right? And Gary's mod is $5 right now, right?
Well, it's a Valve game. They always have their fixed
$5. A month and a half ago, I bought Gary's mod for $250. So, I think there's this whole hype behind, like, the summer sale, that they're like the best sales of the year. When I've seen significantly better sales, like for instance, Counter-Strike Source was $750.
Okay, Nate, you made me. You reminded me of my initial point.
All right, go.
The initial point being, things change by age. When you were young, you didn't have that much money. Steam sales, they are very important to 15-year-olds all around the globe right now. Mm-hmm. Now that you have money, you buy all the games you want. And when do you buy them? When they are on a completely ludicrous sale. You see Gary's mod for 75% on the flash sale. That is like, every third day or something. I don't know how Steam does it these days.
Every 24 hours?
Every 12 hours. Flash sales and daily sales every 24.
I'm not talking about summer sale now.
Okay,
I'm talking about
every 3 days.
I'm talking about around the year, because I saw some math the other day that the sales Steam give out around the year does not even come close to the summer sale. Some would even say that summer sale is overrated, just by the games that come out on like extreme sales all across the year. They have 75%, 85% on like really big titles. And what happens? You buy these titles. Something I have noticed, which I really think like clouds all the judgment as time goes on, is that now when I see a summer sale, I used to be really excited for that, like blood pumping, like fuck yeah. I'm gonna get all the games that I'm not even gonna play like a fifth of them, because I'm gonna get so many fucking games for the prices. I can go to GameStop and I can buy like 3 games, or I can buy like 18 games of Steam. Mm-hmm. But you've already done that. Yep. Now when you go there, it's like, here is a list of games of 30. I own 16 of them. I have played 4.
It's so true. Yeah, that's so true.
And then you start to realize, by getting older, I have acquired money, but by getting older, I don't have the time to play them.
Right, it's so true.
And it just changes your perspective. We have become a new type of marketing strategy for the entire PC development. We are buying games that we don't play. You never hear about that on the console markets. If you buy a game for $60, oh, motherfucker, you're going to play that game. If you hate it, you'll play it for 8 extra hours just because you fucking bought it.
You'd be like, well, I might get used to it after a while.
Exactly.
I've done that before.
It just doesn't happen here. We're a new market, and Steam, they're fucking experimenting on this bitch right now. Like, we're all statistics. Mm-hmm. And everyone is they want to get into Steam. And that is
50 games, and I don't even play them.
I have like 300. And I can honestly say I've not played even a third of them.
You haven't even like touched a third of them? Like you haven't?
No, it's like maybe 1/3 of them I've touched. The rest is like, no, they're there.
He wasn't kidding. He has 272.
That's
I was close.
Bad.
You were pretty fucking close.
Then you see stuff like the Humble Bundle. A very PC-oriented market, which is way above the Steam Summer Sale. The Steam Summer Sale is shit compared to the fucking Humble Bundle, which is all about charity. It's a completely different market. We understand why it is so cheap, because all the money here, we can give 100% to charity or some to Humble Bundle and the developers and all that good stuff. And it's just a really beautiful market. But there we see the greed. And we see the customers. We see the people that have money, they don't give a fuck. They'll, here, $10, I get all these games, no worry. But you would have all the games if you just spent $6. But then we see the kids at the beginning, they had to do this like, if you want Steam keys, you need to pay $1. The Humble Bundle had to do that because people were paying 1 cent. There were so many fucking people that just paid 1 cent. And the Humble Bundle had to basically pay up money out of the pot to pay for bandwidth. Because they were losing money by the buckload.
Yeah.
Oh.
As time changes, so does this perspective on the Steam sale. I think, honestly, we are not part of the Steam sale demographic anymore. And that is why it sucks.
Okay.
I just think I got all the games that I wanted, and now I'm like, fuck it.
Yes.
That's about it.
All right, good point. Good point. It makes complete sense.
It is a good point.
It's an extremely
G2A
good
still has
point.
bits.
It's a much better point than I had with much more evidence. Where it's just like, fuck, I don't want anymore.
Please, do tell us. Don't be ashamed about this. Just tell us, what did you have in mind?
I was just gonna say, like I'm gonna go on my wish list right now. I'm gonna look at what games I got. But the idea is there's just not that many games that I want. I mean, I have like Fallout 4 on there. I have GTA. You know, they've been out. Well, not Fallout 4, obviously, but GTA's been out for like fucking forever. I saw it, got it. $60, you know?
The original version is very cheap. Well, here's another thing. A friend of mine mentioned this. Like, it's very good that you mentioned GTA 5 because it reminded me of this. GTA 5 was on sale.
Yep.
Like, what was it, 2 days ago or something like that? Maybe. Let's say it was 2 days for the sake of not fucking up statistics. So it was on sale, and then it was like minus, I don't know, a very low percent. Well, I say very low on PC standards, like 15 or something. And then it was to like $61. And my friend was like, what? What is this? And he checked it up and was like, what the fuck do you mean GTA 5 was like $75 on the release? No game is $75 on release. But Steam was like, yeah, we totally sold this game for $75. And I'm like, okay, stop. I didn't buy it for $75. What the fuck are you on about? All I'm saying is Steam right now, they're beginning to be the evil guy in this bitch.
Yeah, you want to know what they did for that? I think is what your friend was talking about. Is they have the base game, what they're doing, because we were talking about this before, because we even noticed it. They had the base game, and then they have, it's like these shark cards or some shit. So it's like virtual money for the online multiplayer. So the idea is, I think the price for it is still $60, but it's on sale with one of those shark cards included. So essentially, it could be like 15% off the game, but they raise the price because
but you have to buy the shark card.
You can't buy otherwise.
Yeah, and that is shitty, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like, oh well, you get a free shark card. It's like, oh yeah, it's also 50%.
You're making money, son.
So
essentially, the deal is you buy the game and you get a free card.
Yeah, they just have like the little sale icon there just to get people like, holy fucking shit, it's on sale, and they don't notice. Wait, it's this price.
Or in order to make you buy the game, they give you like a different game. Like they have Max Payne 3, or you can buy Grand Theft Auto San Andreas with it for $60, but you have to buy them as a pack.
I'll have you know, I got Shadow Warrior, like I was saying, 90% off today. $5, $4 or $5, something like that. And I got that game and some Viscera cleanup game free with it.
Nice.
Come on, fucking GTA, get your shit together. What is this?
But
I got most of my stuff off D2A. Sorry, go ahead.
No, Lewis, please. You don't speak up, so yep, Lewis, please.
Oh yeah, most of the sales I've been getting are on G2A. .com. Not that we are sponsored by them, but you know, we're open to it. Anyway,
$2 million.
Like what was it? My brother just got Witcher 3 when it was brand new. It was $60, I think, $60-$70 on Steam, right?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. He went to buy it there for Good Old Games Galaxy, and he got it for like $35-$40 on there. And you could choose what stuff you want to download while you're downloading and installing. If you don't like the music, then you don't have to install it.
You can choose what to download while you're downloading.
Yes.
Really?
Unlike Steam.
Yeah, but that sounds highly counterintuitive. It's like, what does this give me exactly?
Let me just take out the data.
Let's just take out some bandwidth on the game I want, and then give the bandwidth on some of the games I don't really care about, as I wait.
Yeah.
It sounds really weird.
It does, but they're trying to be the second largest, I guess, competing company against Steam.
Because we all know Origin isn't.
Yeah.
Hey, I use Uplay exclusively, okay? Don't make fun of Origin or Steam, because we all know Uplay is the best, and they're just letting them survive. So, they're coming
Nick,
back.
Nick, we haven't known each other that long. I just need to make sure you're kidding, right?
Maybe. I don't know.
No, he's kidding.
Oh, goddammit, Nick, don't do this to me.
I have 2 games on Uplay, which is Far Cry 4, which I was gifted to by a kind man, and Blood Dragon. And I honestly have not played that much of either. So.
You know, I actually owned Assassin's Creed Black Flag, thus on Uplay.
Yeah.
Do you know how long it took me to get that code to play it? To get that code, and then how much time it took for me to actually play it?
It's such a bad game.
Bullshit.
No, not the game.
I know. I'm sorry.
I had
horrible.
I had problems. Let's just guess, because you know me, I'm a reasonable person, and
3 days.
I know how. Okay, 3 days. Okay, it was a bad 3 days. Yeah, Nick, what do you think? How many games did it take me? Games. How many days? How many days did it take me to get the code and then get to play the game?
And you ordered it through Uplay, right?
Or
from someone
else? I got it. I got a new computer. And getting a new computer got me the code for the Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and I got the code. I started it up, but I had problems. I don't know, it didn't work. And how many days did it take me to get this resolved? Nate has done 3 days, which is a fair estimate.
Well, if he says resolved, there must have been some serious issue. So I'm gonna go with a week.
A week? Ooh, very hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll say it.
So, Lewis, what do you think?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Oh, Lewis is going.
Oh my god.
Because I had a
you're fucking them over here, right here. Okay, you're way out. It took me 1.5 months to get this solved.
Wow.
And I kid you not, this is absolutely true. I got the chat logs to prove it. I got the code, and I started up the code, and the game would simply not start. So I started up a conversation. I started looking up, like, what the fuck is this shit? And I got a reply after, like Nate said, 3 days that said, oh, well, we see your code here, but something seems to be wrong. We'll check into it. 2 weeks later, I do another email like, you were supposed to check up on this. What's going on? 3 days later, I get, we're looking into it.
Okay, no, my only experience with Ubisoft support is I messaged them and was like, I looked at your support page, and like I looked at the problem issue with like the help guide, but I've tried everything on there. What can I do now? And literally, I got the response back. It was a copy and pasted of that support page. It was literally the text from the support page, copy and pasted to my email.
I mean, honestly, Steam doesn't have like the best support.
Steam is absolutely worse.
No, it's not worse. It's just really bad. It is bad as shit. But then again, I don't know about you guys. Like, I'm hearing, like, Nate is mentioning bad, but Nick is like, bad, which tells me Nick has had problems with it in the past.
I haven't, but I've heard all the horror stories
okay,
about
you haven't. Okay, yeah. So you're really been into the horror stories. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I have never had to contact the Steam support. I just know how bad it is.
Good luck with them contacting you back.
No,
I hear they don't.
It was the ones I contacted them. And yeah, it took literally a month where they were like, oh, yeah, we fixed it. And I'm like, I know, I fixed it 3 weeks ago, you know, kind of thing. You're not getting it. Like, the only person who seems like the entire company, which was the point that I was going to make previously, I think Steam, they're going fucking evil. And I'm like, it's very like, ooh, but I'm very serious about it. Because what did we see when Gaben was out, like Gabe Newell, the CEO of Valve, when he was out and he got his like eye operation of some sort, I believe.
Like the hatred thing, right?
Not the hatred thing. That was not. I don't think that it should be a controversy even discussed. We have discussed that a lot already.
They blocked something, didn't they?
No. I'm discussing. That's when they started up paid Skyrim mods.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
And
okay.
the big thing I wanna like, it's a huge discussion. Like maybe it would, literally, it would make a show of its own. Because I know a lot about this shit. I had a lot of people that were directly involved with this business. Because I'm involved with the Skywind project. Right. Like they make this extremely big mod for the Elder Scrolls Skyrim game.
To play Morrowind.
Let me guess, your voice acting.
I do.
I knew it.
Very good, very good. Yeah, and I know a lot of people that work in there as a foremost, and a lot of those people worked in MGM before. So yeah, a lot of good friends. And there's been many discussion about this part, but that's one part. What we're going to discuss about is Steam. And Steam, they are literally going evil. And it's not Gaben's fault, because all of this happened. Like, this entire deal happened when Gaben was off getting, like, surgery, basically. Like, eye surgery. And then he said on the Ask Me Anything, like, he was obviously, you know, defending his company, but he was obviously very, like, worried, like, what the fuck is going on? But he said, I thought it was very funny when he said, like, well, I had my operation. I pissed the internet off somehow. Let's see what happened. And I thought it was really funny. And then he started looking at it like, yeah, I can defend, you know, all these decisions and all that good stuff, but, you know, we just try to do what's best and all that. And then he just went off. Because to me, it just seems Gaben has all these, like, this is Steam, this is what we do, and this is how we will stick together as, you know, something strong. And then it seems that he has more and more just given power to people.
Yeah, that's the
just
problem.
Try to impress stockholders and maybe other people in the company even by doing the Steam sales not as good as they maybe even previously were. Like, maybe I'm biased. Maybe, you know, getting all the games that I actually do want. Like, I don't really expect, you know, on a Steam sale that all the games that I want are on sale, because all the games I wanted already, I already got them, you know? Maybe it actually happens that the Steam sales, they're starting to suck, because they're like, hey, we're not making as much money as we could have. We can make a Steam sale, but instead of 85%, let's try 75%, and we'll make 10% more money. And there seems to be a lot of that shit going on right now. And there seems to be so many decisions within Steam right now that just feel completely fucking evil. And it's a big thing that we should look at. And I'm very serious about that. Because Steam they have a monopoly. It's like, if you want PC gaming shit, you go to Steam. You don't really go anywhere else. The only thing you really do, you go to maybe EA, because they have monopoly on their shit for like a few years back. Yeah. And then you suffer with Origin. I have a lot of friends who have played Origin games that just simply don't work because it's on Origin. Like, it's like, oh, I'm hearing all the stories like, oh, I never want to touch this shit ever.
At least I get customer support there. Wait, they're actually good at that.
You actually got bots. Hey! And then, like, when Ubisoft, like, Ubisoft is like Steam's retarded cousin or something. It's like, yeah, just be careful about saying certain words around him. You know, it mimight trigger him. You know, like he has like a helmet and shit. You know, like
he might release another Far Cry game. Watch out.
Yeah, he might release another Assassin's Creed game or something. It's just like a barf, like, oh, that's another Assassin's Creed. Yeah, go and get it out. Like, that's Ubisoft basically. But Steam, honestly, has always been like this pinnacle of like PC gaming. The PC master race, they like glorify Gaben to religious stature. And now we have seen, more than anything, with like the whole deal that was made behind Gabe's back, because everything that he said just inclined that I don't know fuck about this. Someone else did this about the back because I gave them the power to do so. All that Gaben does is that he sits at his company and he looks at all the fucking emails. It's very good that he does that because he actually listens. What happened with the entire controversy about Steam getting the Bethesda deal with Skyrim mods, it was shut down because I'm gonna guess the Gaben got involved and look, we pissed off the internet. You cannot piss off the internet. We cannot live off those guys. Fuck off, don't do this. And it was not done. Gaben is very good at keeping the reins, but obviously his company has gone so big that he's letting the power up to people that just try to impress other people. Steam, I'm gonna call this now. It's like the 6th of the 16th on 2015. I'm calling it now. Steam is getting more and more fucking evil, corrupt super business. And Gaben just can't keep the reins on it. They're getting worse than EA on the inside. It just doesn't get out. I think it's there. We're just gonna see it more and more. Until we just say no, and Gaben puts a leash on it. And we have to do that because it's such a monopoly on PC gaming by Steam. And that's what I have to say on that issue.
But when they put out another Steam sale, all of the hate will go away. I don't know. I agree with what you're saying, but I don't know, just the way that Steam runs their company, it seems weird because they have a system there where it's everyone's your own boss. So everyone thinks they have more power than they actually do, and they really don't.
Yeah.
And they can just do whatever the fuck they want, but
well,
they're making money.
That's an issue. I know what you're saying. Gaben has already said on numerous interviews that he's a strong believer of having your own office. But he's also mentioned that people, they don't actually support that idea all the time. There's a lot of people that do, but it seems, I don't know if it's, it's a 50-50 or whatever it is, but he mentioned that a lot of people, they have their own office, but they take their share and go into a living room kind of setting and they sit down and talk about shit. Maybe that's more productive. Most likely it is on some projects. We don't know how they do on some games and all that good stuff. What we know for a fact is that Episode 3 will never be released. That is scrapped a long time ago. They might have started working on, Half-Life 3, but I think Gaben, since he listens to the internet so much, he knows more than any other person in the fucking world, because he has such a position that we can't even, we can't really even think what it's like. He knows there is no game I can release that the internet will be pleased with. If I release Half-Life 3 in its current state, even if there is a current state, no one will be pleased, because it's the most overhyped game of all time.
It really is.
The internet killed by hype his game. Which I think is just a sociological experiment, if anything else.
Right.
Steam is a sociological experiment at this point.
Yep. And with that words of wisdom, we're moving on to the next topic.
We make the highlight of that.
Way too long.
Next topic.
Okay, just general E3 hype.
Okay, I just wanted to say one thing. I'm not actually going to talk about it. Maybe next week, because I got to get more info on it. But yeah, Gaijins being assholes with price hiking games before the E3, or not E3, for Steam sale shit. So just saying, maybe next week talk about it. I got to get more info.
All right. So E3 hype. So I guess we've all watched a decent amount of E3 or seen some other stuff. I guess aside from the really big games that we've already talked about, what other game were you excited to see more from or announced? Nick, go.
What games am I excited to see announced?
Or have you, the ones you've seen announced?
Okay, ones I've seen announced. Surprisingly, Ubisoft games. I don't know how. I don't know why. The trailers make it look good. Will the game run good? Probably not. What was the game we were looking at here? The night game. For Honor? Yeah, it kind of looked like Dynasty Warriors. I don't know if anyone's played that. Where it's kind of like Battlefront if you think about it, because there's a hero character, and then you have the knights, almost like a MOBA, just your units going to specific points of fight, and you just kind of run around and beat the shit out of people and fight the other heroes. That looked pretty good. I mean, I haven't heard shit about it otherwise.
I think that was an official announcement, right?
Yeah, that was like the official announcement there.
Yeah,
like literally, the stream I was watching, everyone's like, "What the fuck is this game?"
Yeah, no, it looked
So
pretty good.
It looked pretty good. I don't know. There's not much else. I mean, Fallout and shit like that, but
yeah. Lewis, anything that you've seen so far that you're excited to have seen?
Yeah, the game that Nick showed me, that looked pretty awesome, but being Ubisoft, it's not going to work. It's going to take like a month to get running, and then they're going to bail out on the rest of the patches to get it running correctly, like they did with Watch Dogs. Thank you, Ubisoft.
Like they'll do with all the other games they showed at E3, except Just Dance. Just Dance will be perfect.
Hey, Just Dance will work perfectly. No
exactly. What about you guys?
Well, I was kind of excited to see that Rainbow Six had Terrace Hunt mode. Except it didn't really necessarily...
Tell us a little bit more about that mode, Nate.
Yes, please.
I don't know much about that mode. Nick knows more about that mode.
No, but did they say like anything in particular about it? That like
it's coming back. It's confirmed.
Just coming back. Do you have, okay,
from someone who doesn't know much about that mode, could you tell some more?
Okay, basically this is like the synopsis of it. Rainbow Six Vegas 2, we used to play a shit ton of that back in the day on consoles and everything. And the idea is you'd go in with like an up to a 4-man team, and you know Rainbow Six Vegas, it's like the hyper realistic like SWAT game. You know, you get shot a couple times, you're dead pretty much. And when you die, you're pretty much dead, unless, you know, on that specific level there's like respawns, which is unlikely. The idea is you go around though in the map and you have to kill a certain number of AI opponents. And you think like, oh, it's just AI, you know, they can't be that good. But in Rainbow Six is like, they're accurate as all hell. And if you put on the higher difficulties, which a lot of people played, just because, you know, it was more challenging and fun, they would like two-shot you. And in a hyper-realistic SWAT game...
No. In the old Rainbow Six games, they would one-shot you.
They would one-shot.
Literally. They would have MP5s and like... Yes.
You're dead, son. Luckily, they two-shot you in Rainbow Six.
In the first games, it was one shot with every weapon. It was like pistol in the chest with armor, you're dead. Every fucking time. I don't know why you had armor. It never made any difference.
Yeah. I just remember you can get like crazy suits of armor in Rainbow Six Vegas and walk around like a turtle. Didn't do too much either.
Well, Vegas was different.
But yeah, it's
Vegas
like
was good, but it was different.
It was hunting the AI, pretty much. That's pretty much all it was.
Yeah.
It was fun for what it was.
No, I just know that Nick always... I remember playing it a couple of times, but I couldn't remember much about it. But I know Nick was like, that it needs this mode. It needs this mode. So I'm like, okay, cool. I saw that was confirmed. I haven't been able to watch the Division stuff, but that's confirmed for like March 8th of 2016.
It looks the same as the last E3.
Okay, so yeah.
Go off that.
Yeah, so I mean,
literally the same.
I think it still looks.
Yeah, Nate, didn't you play the beta and stuff?
First, Rainbow Six Siege, not the Division.
New beta, by the way.
Yeah, beta is coming in September for Rainbow Six Siege.
Open beta.
Lewis, you mentioned something about Xbox compatibility.
Yes, now you can spend $400 to play your Xbox 360 games again.
Wait, stop. Where's this $400 coming in? Please do tell.
You buy the Xbox One. I'm kidding.
Okay.
So your Xbox One is now going to be able to play your Xbox 360 games. I don't know why they didn't do this originally. And also, there's a brand new control, since that kind of ties in with the whole E3. It looks like a scuff control. I'll post a link right now. If someone could repost it in the Twitch. The Twitch. It looks pretty nice. I played around with the original 360 control, but my thumbs are too fat for the OG one, so
the OG.
The OG one.
Oh yeah, like the customizable wireless controller. I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah.
But then I realized shortly after, like I was saying, like, oh, that's so good, like customizable. Like, why does Sony not do this? And then I realized, like, wait a minute, what can you really customize? You can customize your buttons, the D-pad, and like there seemed to be stuff under the bottom. Like, yeah, that's cool for like car games and stuff. Like, I don't know, maybe.
Where's the bigger the joysticks? I mean, especially.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Like, I think me and Lewis, like, we are tall, big men. You know, I think I am the tall one. He's the big one. You know.
Can't confirm. They don't have webcams. We'll have to go.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. You're safe. You're safe. I thought it was such a good idea, and then I realized, like, well, how much is this actually going to cost? And what does this give to me? Would I actually buy any of this? Because I don't own a PlayStation 4. However, I do own a PlayStation 4 controller. And I play a lot of games on my PC with that controller. And my first thought was like, would I like to customize my controller? Yeah, maybe I'll change that. But to what? And how much would that cost me?
Yeah.
Oh, getting a few new buttons for $39? Maybe not. No.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
I think these things will be really expensive.
Right.
That was my first initial reaction. Maybe we see they aren't as expensive as maybe
like,
I first thought.
I could see it like being like, are they just add-ons, or will it be like you could go on like the Xbox website and customize your controller and then order it? Or is it just additions to the actual controller now?
That part doesn't feel like we know.
Okay. All right. And then, yeah.
I still think it's a very cool idea, but because you...
It won't be executed, right?
You can't change the overall... I don't know what we call the chassis, you know, the overall outlay of the controller. If you could if you could design your own controller, that would be fucking nirvana. Like, literally, it will be like, oh, here's your Xbox One controller, sir. It will be free of charge, but you can buy your own Xbox 360 controller. Oh, well, not the 360, Xbox One controller. I'm so sorry, sir. For the good price of, let's say, $79. Perfect made. Every D-pad, every stick. You can even go into, like, the grip. Everything is added to your taste. $79. Talk me up. I would buy two. Damn. If someone made that sell to me, it would be like, 3, please. Definitely. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like they're going that way. It's like you can change the D-pad, which... I haven't tried. Does anyone own an Xbox One?
No. I own 360.
Lewis, do you own?
I mean,
Lewis, do you?
What?
Answer, Lewis.
I own a PC and I'm using the 360.
360.
Power 8. Cool.
But for all people who have used the 360, we all know the D-pad, the 4-directional button. Yeah. They suck dick.
They do.
Oh, yes.
360. They are so bad because it's not even a D-pad. It's like, it's a pin that if you push it left, under the circuit board, there is a pin that goes right, and it pushes something on the right inside the board. And with that system, you can never achieve any accuracy, and it gets worn out. It's such a bad design from start to finish. I don't know what the Xbox One is all about. But when they said you can, like, customize your D-pad, my first reaction was like, oh, God, yes. And then I realized, wait, what if it doesn't work still? You know, because I still got this, like, oh, my Xbox, you know, child fears kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I probably won't buy an Xbox One controller because I'll stick with the 360.
Until it stops being supported.
Until it stops being supported, yeah. But,
hey, all I'm saying, guys, if you have a 360 controller, and this will go for the viewers as well, if you like the PlayStation 4 layout, the PlayStation 4, you have grown with it. I know you played that console when you were younger. Let's just face it, you all fucking did. The PlayStation 4 is a larger controller. It is made for people that grew up with the console. It is amazing. I bought one. It was expensive. I thought at least, because there are the Chinese counterfeits Xbox 360 controllers and stuff. But I bought one of those, and I was like, oh, this costs $10, but of course it is absolute shit. Well, it was good, honestly, but it didn't work as I wanted it to. So I got myself a proper PS4 controller, and it's one of the best investments I have ever made, because now I can Bluetooth that shit. It's not supported by the operating system of Windows, by the way. You have to get something called DS something. I'm gonna 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna try to check if I can see. It's called the DS4. Well, that's all I need. The DS4. Just download that. You can get. Well, the DS4 is working completely fine for me.
Okay. I'm sticking to my roots.
Very good, very good. But if you want a PS4 controller, just buy that, get the DS4. The touchpad works as your mouse.
Nice.
I'm laying in my bed, way across the room. I got this shit Bluetooth enabled, and I'm using the touchpad as my mouse to change, the next episode in the series I'm watching.
Right.
And I'm telling you, it's like having a remote to your PC.
That's pretty
Just
cool.
that feature is amazing. It was one of the things I didn't even expect. It was like, I want a PS4 controller to play my games. And it was like, holy shit, I can use this as a remote to my PC. This is fucking awesome. Just get one. If you ever had any doubt of getting one, get one. Totally worth your money.
Yes.
But anyway, the customized Xbox one, yeah?
No, what is it? I will argue that I don't know. I can't use a PlayStation controller to play shooters.
Okay, fair enough.
I can't do it anymore.
I can't. No, I can use the Xbox to do it, but I obviously
can't do either.
Well, I can't do it anymore because I'm now a mouse. But compared to when I was actually using controllers, I could never play a shooter with a PS3 controller. I
think that's so funny. Like, I could never. Like, Nate had the opposite problem that I had. When I played shooters on my Xbox controller, I was the Shaka. Like, there was no helping me,
No, I can't
but on the
it.
PlayStation controller, it was like,
my fingers hit.
I got a 16 kill death ratio. No fucking problem, man. I wreck this shit.
No, my fingers hit. You're not using the triggers to shoot. What the fuck is that? It's like...
Well, I'll be honest. Like, I said that... I'm guessing you used the PlayStation 3 version, maybe?
Yeah. And I've used the 4, too.
The PlayStation...
I don't like the 4 either. Though.
Oh.
The 4
okay.
The 4 is better. But I would choose an
yes,
Xbox 360 controller over it any day.
Okay. I think
we've
that's
used
fair
it
enough.
for years.
Yeah,
that's
probably why. But still, it's like, I don't know.
Of course, you get used to it just as I got used to PlayStation variants. But I did use Xbox controllers for a very long time. Right. And it never really stuck with me because it was honestly most about the dual stick component. Like, why is my left thumb not aligned with my right thumb? It feels so weird.
No, it feels so great.
Okay, well, we have perspectives. Like,
I know.
For me, it just makes sense that they're aligned.
Yeah, no, it does. Like, it definitely does. But fuck that.
if it feels if it feels better, fuck what sense makes. If it feels better, it feels better. Yeah. But the triggers with the PlayStation 3, they were absolute shit.
Yeah. Like,
that was just a total fucking disaster. But they changed that somewhat with the PlayStation 4. Lewis, what was that?
I fly better in Battlefield 4 with the PlayStation 4 controller than I do the Xbox. For some reason. Just, I don't know, it just feels nicer than the Xbox. And I'm also actually better with the controller in Far Cry 4, believe it or not. I was sniping people from long distances with a bow and arrow, just Ramboing it. Should have wear the bandana and stuff.
I just like to play like. I'm guessing you're playing like first-person games with the controller, yeah?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, I just like to play third person or maybe platformers with the controller. If it's first person, I mean, come on, what the fuck, man? We're on PC Master Race. Motherfuckers, we got a mouse!
Yeah.
We got Counter-Strike!
Yeah.
Fuck the controllers, man!
Fuck the controller.
Fuck the control.
Damn!
Damn right.
I mean, you console geeks, I mean, just come to my house, I'll explain to you why the mouse is just so much superior. It's like,
Alright.
there is no comparison.
Frank, I'm going to cut you off here because we could make this an entire topic too.
Boy,
Which controllers
it's
we're
true.
doing. So
We'll continue this next week.
we'll continue this next week. But we need to. Anything else we want to talk about E3 at the current moment? It's been announced, released. I know Sony's going. If not, Sony's already over. I don't know what happened or anything. But
I don't know.
I haven't seen it
Was
yet, but
yeah. So I don't know if anything else is anyone wants to
Anyone
talk about.
else?
maybe it's a topic for next week.
Yeah. Maybe we'll talk.
Any more news on? I'm sorry. Any more news on the Steam controller at E3?
It's gonna be
week.
good.
We'll talk about it next week. That will be a next week topic because that will go into the whole
Okay.
controller
Very good, very
thing. There we go.
We'll start with that.
All right, but
Good.
we'll finish off some more E3 hype next week with what comes out the next couple of days. So that will definitely be good. So I guess we're gonna move on to the normal last topic. It's just viewer topics. So we're gonna take two of our favorite topics for from the viewers. Just basically throw a question out there, we'll answer it. Throw a topic out there, we'll talk about it for like a couple minutes, and we'll give you 2 minutes to drop a thing so the stream catches up. So just feel free to drop a question. We got a few people in the chat, and if not, we'll just send it there. So America, we got our boy Des Ford from Illinois.
America! Fuck yeah!
Says the only guy not from America.
Like what you do, y'all talk on there. I can't do it. It's not an Illinois accent. Or is it? I don't know. Is this?
Look,
is
man,
that
whenever you're faking an American accent, all you need to think is like, okay, bald eagles, America, burgers, pussy, no tits allowed. Okay, I'm ready.
And
And then you go like American, they lean it all in good boys, and then you go all it in South. And I mean, honestly,
South.
like, yeah, look,
Okay,
from a European. Oh yeah, wait.
I got a question for you though, Frankie. If
Uh-huh.
do you see the Twitch chat?
I don't. So please tell me the question. I don't have it up. I just
Or
have
you want me to read it?
I want you to
The
read.
only thing I have
Hold
is
on.
Nick Pampola, the very good camera.
I want you to read this. I'm gonna put it in the Skype chat.
Okay, so I'm gonna read it. Okay.
Oh, I
Oh,
thought you wanted.
No, I want
All
you to read
it's
that.
harmonica.
Sure, read that.
Read it.
Both.
Say it again.
So I'm supposed to read that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
read.
In America accent?
Wait, both of them.
No, yeah, both of them. Why not?
I don't.
In any accent?
In any accent, the way you would normally say them.
Like what you do talk. Like what do y'all talk about here? Sheep harmonica.
Yeah, because
I was waiting for the Swedish to come out.
Oh, you want Swedish?
Yeah, we want the Swedish.
Well,
By all
How-
means, you
Go to
want it.
Swedish for
So-
mine. Go to Swedish for
No. Okay, so do you want me to say it in Swedish or like with the Swedish accent?
Swedish accent.
Oh, you're gonna get your mind blown because.
Alright.
Just do
Oh,
it.
okay. Like what do you all talk about in here? Sheep harmonica.
Okay.
That's very, very good. I know
Because-
other Swedish people, and it's just like them. That is just
I
like.
know. I just find it funny because in my video, that one video you helped me with,
It is very fun.
that one
Yeah.
video you helped me with, you were like sheep harmoniacs
Oh.
or something.
Harmoniacs.
Okay, I don't remember that part, honestly.
No, it
You should
doesn't
have told me,
matter.
man. I'm gonna fix this for you. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
it doesn't matter. It's hilarious. But yeah, I don't know. Okay, so it looks like we're not getting many viewer topics. Actually, I'm going to answer Des Ford's question. We basically talk about a lot of gaming and movies and random media-related topics. So we went to the Steam sale and like all about Steam. So we do a wide variety of topics every week. So next week we already got a couple. We'll talk about controllers and we'll talk about more E3 stuff that we hear later on in the week, and we can go on and discuss the whole evil Steam thing and stuff like that too. So since there's no other viewer questions, I think we're going to call it there. We've been on for an hour 40. I think this is the longest one we've done. I'm at the point where my brain's about to explode.
Podcast.
But We do this every Monday at 8 p.m. EST here on the Sean Bod channel, so make sure to hit that follow button so you know when we go live. Thanks to everyone for coming out. Thanks, Nick, Lewis, and Frankie for joining me. And thanks for being bros. We'll be back. We'll be back next week. Thank you for the follow. We'll see you guys next week at Monday at 8 p.m.